Am I the only lucky guy today?
Only guy.
Look at us.
This is amazing. So thank you for your time.
Yeah, are you kidding me?
We good?
Sick. Is this going to have where all of our lines are, what we have to say in the interview? That'll be up there?
Yeah, that'd be so good. That's actually not a bad idea. If the whole interview were scripted, man, that'd be freaking pretty amazing, man. Good to see you today. No, I got this. There's a place called Matcha Luther King that I went to, and I was like,
sick.
This is, it just like, is that a, like, are we at that level where you're taking a guy like that and turning it into
Making
like
money.
a pun?
Yeah. Matcha Luther King.
Yeah, it was cool, but it was just like, you know.
They have the I have a cream drink. It's just like a cream coffee.
I'll have a medium. yeah, those motherfuckers. That's crazy, dude. Good to see you today, Danny McBride. Thanks for hanging out.
We're on. This is happening. We're doing it, huh?
Yeah, is it okay?
Perfect. I was waiting for this.
Yeah. I definitely just having one of those days where it's like my skin feels all dry and stuff.
Wonder why that is.
I don't know. I don't know how hydration became like the hot thing in the past 10 years.
Is that it? People only started drinking water and hydrating in the last 10 years, you think?
It's more prevalent. People like stay hydrated and stuff. I just think it feels more, it's more popular for sure.
You're in Burbank, though. There's this dry climate out here. It dries you out.
Yeah, it might be true.
It's not like Charleston, South Carolina. It's always balmy, sweaty,
oh, yeah.
wet.
Oh, dude, I went to CFC for a semester.
Did you really?
Yeah.
The College of Knowledge.
Yeah, baby. I used to live on King Street over there, right across. They had a Bebe store over there. It was like women's fine clothing or something.
Unfortunately, I don't think it's still there.
Or body textiles or something. They had a place called Silver Dollar.
Yeah.
Bar that we used to go to.
Yep, I've been to that place before.
Have you?
Yep.
Yeah, boy.
Charleston's a pretty fun spot.
God, it's great, except I took a girl on to one of the, I think it's one of the 5 most unique cities in America.
Totally.
I think. And I took a girl on like a carriage tour or whatever, and it was a black girl that I was dating at the time, and a lot of it's kind of, it gets a little, you know, some of the history around there is.
Oh yeah, they got some history around there.
It's some risque history. So like, at a certain point, I'm like trying to tip the driver early, like, dude, just
can we change this to a ghost tour maybe?
yeah. So, but dude, it's so fun there, and you go out to like the beach and stuff there. Do you guys spend time on the beach, or what is your life like
there? I live by the beach, and then we're on the water all the time there. That's like the beauty of that city. You got all that water, you got all those good restaurants, the people are nice. Yeah, it's a pretty sweet spot.
Yeah, and it's good. And you can kind of learn to surf there. People don't realize that. You can kind of learn to like baby surf there. Yeah. There's just enough little wave action.
Just the perfect little waves. Yeah.
Do you ever get out there on them?
I think I'm too top heavy to surf. I'm more of a bodyboarder. Yeah. You ever seen big heavy dudes try to surf? It's really it's hilarious. It's like Mr. Potato Head body out there trying to surf. The aerodynamics are off. Yep.
Yeah, why don't they have who's coming out with the big boy board? You know, big and tall needs a surfboard. I feel like
this. You have to just go all in on the boogie boarding. Like, no, I'm good at this. This is what I'm all about. I could stand up on this thing, but I choose not to.
Dude, but is there anything a little bit dicier than being an adult boogie boarder? Like at a certain point.
Yeah, it's true. You're not going to pick up any new fans doing it.
And the wives are always just standing in the distance, like just waiting,
shaking heads.
Yeah,
like I'm in it for the children. You know, I brought you a present today.
Did you really?
Yeah. I always like to share new products that I find useful in my life, and this is a dick laser.
Oh, damn.
What it is it's like a laser pointer that is a dick that projects dicks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if anyone's running their mouth too much in here, look at your shoe. Look what I put on your shoe right there.
Whoa, that's cool. That's pure cock, huh?
It's pure cock. There's some variable settings on there too, I think, where you can kind of change what nasty stuff you put. That's the PG end right there. That's just your light. The other end is where you get the dick right there.
Oh. So this is where you find a suspect like that.
Yeah, and then the other one's where you embarrass him.
Wow, dude, thank you, bro.
Yeah, you're welcome. I think you could use that. Anytime anyone's talking too much in here, you just throw one of those across their forehead and it'll shut them up fast.
Yeah. Or if you see an old guy, you put a limp one on him just to fucking
I make my cats chase it around the house. It's pretty useful.
Oh, yeah, dude. There's nothing cooler than that, seeing some cats chasing a little cock around. Those are the good old days, you know? Bro, thank you. This is so nice, man. We've had 2 really neat gifts, and this is definitely one of them.
Cherish it forever.
Very, very sweet of you. Was your neighborhood cool growing up, or was it like in a city? I know you grew up in Georgia. I know that.
I was born in Georgia, but
you grew up in Virginia. Sorry.
Yeah, Virginia. I was born in Georgia, and then we actually spent a few years after that. My dad was a guard in the prison at Lompoc, California. So I lived for a few years on the prison reservation right outside of the prison, where like all the people lived whose parents worked in the prison.
What? All the like prison family, like you were there with those children? All types of, I bet it's pretty diverse over there, was it?
It was. Pretty tough crowd. Yeah, it was crazy. And I lived there, and then my dad got transferred to the Federal Bureau of Prisons in D.C., and so that's when we moved to Virginia.
Is it scary being this child of somebody that works at a prison? Like, what's that kind of energy like?
You know what? I didn't really kind of get it until like, I mean, this was like, I'm talking like real little. Like I moved out of there and we were like in kindergarten. But I can remember though, one night, the alarms going off, and like my dad came in and like rounded me and my sister out, and we had to go into their bedroom and shut the door, and I like looked out the window, and it was just my dad with the shotgun going outside, jumping in the back of a pickup truck with all my friends' dads. There was like a prison break, and they were going to go chase the dudes down. It was like, ooh, this is some real shit right here.
Yeah, yeah, bro. God, that's cool. Yeah, because I wonder if you did like if your dad, I guess he doesn't bring work home, because that would be like having an inmate come over for dinner or whatever.
I think if he brings work home, there's a big problem. Yeah.
We grew up by this, it was like a prosthetic kind of, not factory, I guess. I think it was hoping that like after the war, like prostheticing would scale up or whatever. Mm-hmm. But it never really did. But they had a lot of, they give us like the used, like the fucking, you could get them out back. Sometimes the used ones, the ones that didn't.
Used prosthetics, ones that people didn't want?
Yeah, returns, or ones that were, they didn't, it's not like veneers, but when they just didn't do the edging right on it or something, or the hand was too small for the guy who
pinky
ordered.
Was too sharp. Yeah.
Like, whoa, yeah. Can't even hug my wife with this. Yeah. But we would, you'd have people like, or it would be 2 middle fingers. Some, Guar fan would get like one with 2 middle fingers on it. But that was something that was always funny around us, because you'd see like people would chase each other with different little appendages, or you'd see fucking somebody, not hit their wife, but throw a hand at her, or something.
It's cool that you knew where to find those rejects. That's good.
It was fun. It just made things fun. Or you see like somebody try to break into a car, but not using their own fingerprints, like try to.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, just type shit like
Commit
that.
crimes. I like it.
Yeah, it was a different time, but yeah, I missed that a lot.
I bet you have influence. You could probably get fake hands with 2 middle fingers still if you wanted to, I bet.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think somebody can send them your way.
They need that though, dude. Especially with just how the things are going these days. It's like, I think you almost want 2 middles.
Yeah, I feel like with the state of the world, we all definitely need more middle fingers.
Yeah.
We don't have enough.
Do you I know since you live over there in Charleston, do you stay out of like, I know that you don't have social media stuff like that. You just keep all that stuff out of your life?
I really do. Yeah, like when we shot Vice Principals, Walton Goggins and like Busy Phillips, they were on there, and they were all they were involved with social media, and they were kind of telling me, you got to get in there, it's awesome. And so I like had an Instagram account for like a matter of a few months and was like, fuck this.
Yeah,
I felt like it was a gateway for just crazy people to be able to reach out and touch. So I just wasn't that, I don't know, it wasn't my deal. Some people I know are amazing at that stuff, but it just didn't feel like a natural fit for me.
Yeah, and so, but it's just good that you like recognize that. Yeah, it's kind of addicting, and it makes you feel bad, I think, sometimes. Some things are nice to see because it feels inspirational, but then sometimes you're just like, you're keeping up with this kind of weird void, it feels like.
I liked it purely. The only thing I miss about it is I like seeing bum fights. I like seeing all the schoolyard fights. I like seeing fights. That's what I like to see on there.
Oh yeah, they have everything. They even have gauze on there now, so it's upscaled. It's upscaled a lot. Do you miss like being when I was a kid, like things were dumb, like shit was just, you could be funny all day, you didn't give a shit, like somebody had noodles or something when you got home, like there was just shit was possible, right?
Somebody had noodles when you got home?
Or there was just like everything was gonna kind of be okay. Do you miss like but I notice as I get older, my brain doesn't even come up with like some of the ideas and stuff that I had when I was a kid, and like like, do you notice any of that for yourself? Like that you felt like your humor was different then, or that humor changes as you get older?
I feel like if you're creative, being bored is good sometimes, right? And I feel like sometimes with these phones, with all this information all the time, your brain is just constantly occupied by other people's noise. And so I felt like when I kind of turned that stuff off, I just felt like there was all of this noise that just went away. And then all my stupid ideas could flourish. I could make jokes about noodles. Anything was possible.
Yeah, that's a good call, man. Yeah, it's like, yeah, because maybe sometimes I think I miss. That is what I miss. I almost miss feeling. I know this sounds weird. I almost miss feeling dumb a little bit.
Yeah, not knowing about everything that's going on in the world.
Yeah, and not wearing all these things on my face that aren't even of my own life, kind of in a way, you know. And I had this weird thought about the other day. Like, say if like you're a parent and you're always seeing like these cute things that kids do on TikToks and different things. I wonder if it affects the way a little bit. Like if your kid isn't as boisterous or isn't like, does it like? I don't know, like just I don't know. I thought about like it takes almost all of our like some of our good our good reactions or the things that are kind of supposed to be reserved for kind of real people in our lives. Does it start to like take those reactions to those people? Does it make any sense?
Yeah, no, it totally does. I feel that you'll see people on there that are going on these beautiful vacations. You're like, damn. How do they know to go to these places? I don't know this. Like you start comparing all these things in your world to what you see there. I mean, I'm not someone who's like, I'm not against it all. I think that there's also awesome stuff with just anyone being able to have a voice and anyone being able to reach people that have what's it called. But yeah, I think for me, I saw that it probably wasn't going to be the best thing for me. So I just didn't participate.
Fuck, that's brave of you, though. You're almost like damn Christopher Columbus. I feel like you just don't see a lot of it. It's cool, man.
I'm waiting for it to go extinct, and I don't think it ever will. So now I'm just I'm like the Amish, man. I'm just pretending like none of these advancements are there, dude. I'm just in my house making rocking chairs and selling, taffy.
Is that what you do? Or is that what you spend your time? Do you have some good hobbies, actually?
I need to get some hobbies. I don't have good hobbies. I think my hobbies were always like making stuff. Like when I was a kid, I'd make movies or write stuff. And then once that became my job, then people are like, what are you into? It's like, I guess just my job is what I'm into. But that's what's beautiful about Charleston. There, you can get out in that water, you can get outside. And so that stuff is great.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I had a roommate over there. We would drink so much gin and tonics and just wet the bed all the time over there.
A lot of bedwetters in Charleston.
Oh, dude, beautiful. Yeah. People were like, I'm on the sailing team. It was like, sure you are, brother. You better fucking put a catamaran between you and your wife, dude. Dude, you know who I saw yesterday, speaking of social media? The Rizzler. You ever seen this kid?
Oh, I've seen the Rizzler, yeah.
Dude, I met him in person. Yes. I'm having dinner, right? I was having dinner. I look over, and it's a kid, and you don't want to look for too long because it's like it's just not something you do. And look at him.
Look at him, dude. Oh, and you got a pic with him too. I love it, man.
Bro, I was so excited. And I don't know, but it's kind of weird because you don't want to be like I'm talking to a kid or whatever, and then. But definitely, dude. I'll say this.
Wait, where were you guys at? Is that Craig's?
Went to Craig's.
The
dinner.
Rizzler's just hanging out at Craig's. Huh?
Oh, it blew my mind. There was like some guy in there who like had like overdosed on age or something, like some super old guy who's like, I'm a producer, He's like, I produced the Mayflower or whatever. I was like, that was a fucking boat. That was a boat in the 1800s. But yeah, anyway, this is the coolest thing that ever happened. So I was so excited. And not to snitch on him or whatever. First of all, he had 2 Pepsis or whatever past 8 p.m., which I think is.
That's late. The bedtime stories won't work anymore. He'll be up all night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a little late. And some people say his grades have been suffering. And I'm like, well.
I think he's evolved past grades, right? He's never going to have to learn anything. He's just going to be able to do whatever he wants in this world, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
My son watches all this stuff, so he keeps me up to date on who's who. The Rizzler, he shows me the ways.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely nice. I mean, it was just neat to see him. It was interesting to be impressed by a child, but he's kind of like the Macaulay Culkin of like their generation, it seems like. Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe that's a reach, but But yeah, he was fucking eating at Craig's with some. It just like it was very bizarre. And I asked him a question, and he just started doing his arms like that.
Did he do his little move to you? Did he give it to you or no?
I don't think I got it. I think I mean, I'm an adult, and I shouldn't have really been talking to him, so I think I was a little. And the weird thing is, you see all these adults looking at him. It's just got to be so weird to be him.
It does. It's like he's this generation's Shirley Temple.
Yeah, he really is. Yeah, he's an Italian Shirley Temple. But he definitely looks like, I just heard his grades have been suffering. And I even was like the dad, I was like, somebody said he's had issues in social studies. And he looked at his dad like, you've been telling people.
Yeah, why are you talking about my grades?
So that was kind of interesting. My friend and I made a movie. David Spade and I wrote a movie. Thank you for inspiring people to like just kind of create stuff on their own.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I have some buddies who I think
Steve Little was in it.
Yes, that's great. Did you guys have fun with him?
Oh, he was the best. Maybe him and Chris Elliott were like the best people that came in.
Man, that's great. Yeah, Steve Little is such a good dude. He's so incredibly funny.
Sweet, too.
Sweet and kind. I love him.
He's like just like a teddy bear that's been like not in a halfway house, but definitely like boot camp. Like could have been a wrestler type of energy.
Yes.
But like,